Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach Coco and I love volleyball. So much so my channel is filled with tips, tricks, hacks, and anything you could ever need to know about volleyball. So today, I have gotten a ton of questions about volleyball tryouts recently, and I know that I've done a lot of volleyball tryout videos on my channel before, but I want to give you some things that you may forget when you're going to volleyball tryouts. So I'm gonna give you some items that normally people forget about, especially if it's your first time trying out for a sport. But before that, look at my volleyball bracelets, you guys. So I am selling volleyball bracelets, and so these bracelets are really cute. I have a lot of different colors, and I can do a lot of different designs and styles. So I have middle, libero, setter. So there's a lot of different designs for these bracelets. So if this is something and you want one of these bracelets, make sure you check the description box below so that way you can get one, and they're only $6. Yo! So I want you to get one of these, so make sure you check them out. Without that, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So this is your first time ever trying out for a sport. There are some things that you might not know. I suggest that you watch some of my other tryout videos for some basic tips, but I'm gonna talk about some things people normally forget. I don't want you to forget these items so that way you're not prepared. I want you to be prepared at all times. So let's start with the thing number one. So, the first thing people normally forget is something that you might not know about if you've never played sports before. It really depends on the club or the team that you're playing with, but most sports organizations require that you have a physical. And a physical is when you go to the doctor and they give you a physical examination to ensure that you're healthy enough to participate in exercise and sport. So most people forget to bring their physical form. So I have just wrote physical form on here, but most people forget their physical form. You have to have your physical done most of the time before you participate or try out. That way, if you get injured, your school may not be liable because you had the physical and you were cleared to exercise. A lot of people forget the physical or don't get their physical done on time. Many schools actually offer physicals during the school year. I'm not sure about right now, but during the school year, some clubs may have recommendations for places that you can go to get a physical at a lower cost, but make sure you look to get that physical done so you don't miss that deadline. I'm telling you, the worst thing is being prepared to play on a team and you miss the deadline. One of the things that people forget, especially after trying out for a sport or even practice, is fueling their body. A lot of the times afterwards, we may be so hungry we just eat whatever, or after a game we were so hungry we just eat whatever. So luckily, I just want to shout out someone that I think is really great. I really like what they're doing. It's Jawbox Jerky, and what Jawbox Jerky is, it's a jerky that's really helping fuel athletes. And if you know, as an athlete, your body is your temple. It's so important that you take care of your body, and protein is something that is so essential for us to get. So I really like their protein that they have, and this is chicken jerky. So you guys might not know this, but I personally don't eat red meat, so I eat a lot of chicken and turkey and things like that. So this chicken jerky is really great, and I think it's cool because I actually grew up in Korea. So it's cool because this is the Korean barbecue recipe, and it's super exciting because they have such different flavors than some of the other jerky companies that you see. So this is the chicken jerky. I like it because it's gluten-free and it's high protein, and it was made for athletes. Made for athletes. And one of the things that it says is athletes train to win. Filling up a trophy case starts way before you hit the field. This is true, and I want you guys to get into the habit of getting with things that take care of you, eating food that takes care of you, and making sure that you start fueling your body the way it should be. So I'm gonna leave a in the description box below where you can get Jawbox Jerky. They have a lot of different flavors. Here, this one is a chicken jerky. Then we have a beef jerky if you like a beef jerky, and then another chicken jerky. And they have so many different flavors. So make sure you check out Jawbox Jerky below because they're working to fuel your body for the game. Now, the next thing that people often forget, but sometimes remember, is a water bottle. Now, a lot of people will bring just a regular refillable plastic water bottle, but I highly suggest getting a larger water bottle, especially because tryouts can go on multiple days and you could be thirsty, and that way you don't forget it. So get a water bottle that's really designated yours, something that you can remember at home, that you take with you to school, that you remember because you need to hydrate, especially when participating in a sport. So get a larger water bottle. If you only have this is fine, but this is a little bit harder to fill up at the water fountain. So that's why I suggest getting something that way you make sure you get your water daily and you have enough room to remember and don't forget it. So get a larger water bottle. People normally forget this. I forgot it. Trust me, I know. Get a larger water bottle. Now, here's something that people often forgot, and I know I often forgot, and I got frustrated because I knew that I needed it, but I always seem to forget it. It's chapstick. Now, a lot of people don't know why you need chapstick. It's because a lot of the times in volleyball, you're very vocal. You're calling the ball, you're talking a lot, and the last thing that you want is chapped lips. So chapstick, I would suggest that you start looking for a good brand of chapstick. I have this Vaseline Lip Therapy. I really like this chapstick. It's something that stays on. I don't get cotton mouth, and I don't have to keep reapplying it. I can do it during a water break. That way I know I have enough room to talk and all of that without having to feel like my mouth is dry. So I suggest that you find something that really works for you. I'll leave the link to this in the description box so that way you guys can see it. But chapstick is essential because you don't want to have to feel like your mouth is cotton, especially if you're drinking a lot of water. This is something that can really help. So people forget chapstick a lot. In my last couple of tryout videos, I talked about the importance of standing out. And standing out, I meant that I want you to be able to look visible and show yourself as visible. If you wear a gray or black shirt or white shirt, then how is the coach going to be able to visibly see you? Especially if you're at one of those tryouts that has 30, 40 girls. You know, you want to be able to stand out so they can see you, recognize you, and say, that's that girl that was wearing that shirt. That's somebody I want to look at. So I highly suggest that you get a bright colored shirt. So I have my yellow Coco Volley shirt here. So I have a bright colored shirt. It's bright. It's really standing out. It has a volleyball on it. Now you don't have to have a shirt that has a volleyball on it, but get something that is bright. It will stand out. People can see it, see you. You want the coach to recognize, remember you. Okay, so this is important. The brightest shirt you can, bright headband, bright socks. Do something that's gonna stick you out from the crowd. So when other people see you, they're like, that's that girl with those funky socks, right? Yeah, that's one way that's gonna keep you recognizable in the crowd. I definitely want to get into more with nutrition related videos with you all because playing volleyball is so much more than just getting on the court and playing and then going home. It's a process, and I want you guys to start thinking about your body as the most important part of you, because it is, and I want you guys to learn how to take care of it, and I would love to be able to give you guys some tips on that. But in the description box below, I'm going to leave some description to Jawbox Jerky so that way you guys can get you some Jawbox Jerky to fuel your athletic performance. Now if you have any suggestions down below that you think that people often forget when they're trying out for a sport, please leave them in the comments below because I would definitely like to know. However, it's super true. A lot of these things you guys don't think about, and you're trying out and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make it to the tryout, but you forget some of the items that you need. The physical is so important, fueling your body is so important, and especially if you're doing a multi-day tryout. So if you have any suggestions down below, please put it in the comment box. I hope that you like this video. Make sure you check out the bracelets for sale, and make sure you go look at Jawbox Jerky so that way you can fuel your body. All right, please like, comment, subscribe to this video, and I will see you guys next time.